Hey guys, Kevin Goetz here from Mute Profit with another free YouTube lesson. Today we're talking about how to effectively use your practice time, because I know many of you only get like an hour a day to practice. I remember when that was how it was for me too, and it can be very difficult to optimize that time. So let's look at some strategies we can use to really get the most out of what little time you may have. First off, once again, I can't recommend highly enough, when you practice, watch something funny at the same time, because it really takes you out of it and you don't get as angsty about how boring it is, and that actually causes you to process the information faster. With that out of the way though, you're going to need to look at what your specific goals are, okay? Because if you're mainly a performing guitarist, if you don't need to worry about songwriting, don't spend as much time on songwriting. Just focus on technique. And vice versa, if you don't think you're going to be playing live for a while, spend more on songwriting than on technique. And you have to strike a balance depending on what's going on in your life. Like for me, right now, most of my time goes into some technique because I always want to keep growing there to an extent. But most of my time is either songwriting or audio engineering, because my priorities right now are get an album out and keep writing music for more albums. However though, around the time I need to record the second album or third album or whatever the hell once I keep writing music, I'm going to shift my priorities back more toward technique because, again, that's a shift. But what I would say to do is if you get an hour to practice every day, it's as simple as pick two things. Okay, pick technique and songwriting, for instance. Spend 4 out of the 7 days in the week on technique, and 3 out of the 7 days of the week on songwriting with that hour. And you can break it up further into, half an hour on legato and string skipping one day, half an hour on alternate picking, half an hour on sweep picking the next day, whatever. It's very, very easy to set this up once you're thinking in terms of you actually need to set this up. I think the real problem a lot of people make is they sit down with their guitar and they just play. They play things they already know, they play anything. And what is that really doing with that time? How much growth is that really getting you? In my opinion, that's just staving off the atrophy of muscle memory. If you're just playing through something you already know how to do, you're not actually going forward. You're just keeping yourself from going back. One of these days, guys, I swear, if I get big enough, I'm drinking Mountain Dew in like 2/3 of my videos. They're gonna sponsor me eventually. So yeah, I know this particular lesson was little more than just saying make a schedule for yourself and stick to said schedule. But in my defense, this has been requested multiple times, and this is the best answer I can give. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If there's anything you'd like to hear more about, leave a note in the comments. If you want to help me out at all, the best thing you can do is like this video, share it around on Facebook and Twitter, whatever you use. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel for lessons on guitar techniques, songwriting, marketing, and audio engineering. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, see ya!